Hi, welcome to my demonstration. This project's name is FAKEDETECT, which stands for Fake News Detection Based on Trust and Risk for Social Media. My name is ANG WEI HANG, and my supervisor is Professor Dr. Mamik. This project focuses on two terms. The first term is disinformation, which means information to mislead the receiver with false content. And this situation is becoming more worrying during the COVID-19 pandemic. The detection of this information is very challenging because of its variety. The second term is risk. Risk means the chance of something with a negative impact to happen. The problem that inspires me to create this system is social media are the main source of news for many people, and if the news is fake, the impact will be very big. And also, the accuracy and efficiency of the existing tools are questionable. The existing tools also do not have risk assessment functionality. This means that they will analyze all posts or all information, and this is very not efficient because it is impossible to accurately analyze all posts just because there are too many posts and information out there. And finally, no tool is specially created for Facebook. This project has three main objectives. The first one, to implement risk assessment and prioritize riskier news in social media. Second, to implement a disinformation detection engine. Third, to present a disinformation detection rate by integrating engine and user-defined value. The proposed solution is the user will input trust rating to a Facebook post, and then the post will also be assessed its risk. If the risk is low, the system will not do anything. If the risk is medium or high, this means that the post needs to be prioritized. Then the system will analyze it using the linguistic analysis and source checking component. Finally, the score from human trust rating will be integrated with the detection score using the threshold set. FAKEDETECT has 5 modules: web-based application, user trust rating, risk assessment, detection engine, and integration module. The system assesses the risk of a post based on several aspects, such as number of followers, number of shares, and the damage that it can bring. The system also has a linguistic analysis API to analyze the linguistic properties of the post. The system will also check the text of the post with the evidence obtained from the internet source, and then the scores will be combined. This system has the ability to reduce the spread of disinformation by preventing disinformation from being shared to the next user, and also it has a flexible detection settings. It can adapt to different user and situation needs. The user can set different thresholds according to the situation, and the system has an efficient system resources allocation by prioritize the posts that could bring high impact first. Next, I will proceed with the system demo. To detect the post from Facebook, the user has to install the FAKEDETECT Chrome extension and enable it. So now let me start with the first detection. This is a post about treatment for the COVID-19 disease. The user can choose how they trust the post from one of the trust presets: neutral, doubtful, suspicious, or assured, and each of the presets have the preset score for the trust ratings. Or the user can also select cross-rating here. If the user feels that the post is suspicious, click on the suspicious preset and hit the red button. The system will run linguistic analysis and source checking in the background. After the system has finished detecting, the system will open the link from the post, and the paragraph checked with the internet source will be underlined. This red will be underlined means that this paragraph is refuted by the evidence from the internet source. For example, this paragraph is refuted by the evidence from kpkesehatan.com. And then this system is refuted by the sentence from fda.gov. It says that ivermectin is not an antiviral, a drug for treating viruses. And the background of the post is changed to red, means that this post is not true and it has a high risk. Now go to the next post. This is a post about entertainment news. The user choose neutral and hit the red button. The risk is low, so that the system will not detect this post. And go to the next post. This is a post about science. The user is not sure whether the post is true, and the user choose doubtful. This time, the user want to increase the faith by 1, and then hit the red button and wait for the detection. This green underline means that this paragraph is supported by an evidence from the internet source. For example, this paragraph is supported by the evidence from whnt.com, and this paragraph is supported by the evidence from newspedia.com, and this paragraph is also supported by a sentence from newspedia.com. And the detection result for this post is neutral, since the post background is changed to yellow, and the risk of this post is medium, so the system detected this post. And for these 3 posts, the user is using the default settings. Human 50 and computer 50 means that the human input account for the 50% of the final detection result. This time, we set the human score to 0 and set the settings. Let's try again with this post. We rerate it. Again, same doubtful and hit red. Go back to the post. This time, the background color is changed to green. This time, the detection result is solely from the score of the computer. The post background is changed to green. This means that the post is true. By using this system, I hope that the spread of disinformation in social media will be reduced. This is because when people know that the post is not true, it will prevent them from sharing it to the next person. Thank you for taking your time to watch my demonstration.